Welcome to Help Me Rhonda podcast with Rhonda Hale, Season 2. I'm your host, Rhonda Hale. Sit back and relax as I explore the mysteries and healing effects of past life regression. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy to have you on my podcast. This is very exciting for me because, as you know, this is season 2 of Help Me Rhonda Official, Help Me Rhonda podcast with Rhonda Hale. And today I have as my guest and good friend, Koyote Knight. And he is, as you can see, very relaxed. If you are watching on YouTube.
As relaxed as I can be.
Yes, hopefully even more relaxed later even. But we're going to start. I'm going, I'll be like Star Trek. I'm going where I have not gone before on the podcast. A lot of you who have watched before, season 1 was kind of a lot of craziness and fun stuff with my brides. And then later, I did come out of the energy closet and let everybody know that I am a psychic medium and all kinds of crazy. And so I am able to see, well, I guess for a better word, you can say ghosts. They don't like being called that, but I can see them, communicate with them, talk to them. They come to me all the time. And it just became such a common occurrence that I would be working with a bride and her grandmother, her dad, her grandfather, a future baby that hasn't been born yet. Somebody would show up in spirit and I would be giving readings, and it happens every week for me, every single week. And it's amazing. It's beautiful. But a lot of you don't know that I am a certified hypnotherapist, and I do a lot of work with people all over the world. And my favorite, and just help people with all different things, you know, whether you're dealing with phobias or whether you're dealing with anxiety or even physical ailments that you are already seeing a doctor for, and you're like, I'm over this shit, you know, I just wish it would end. And I have found through hypnotherapy that in my personal opinion, past life regression, age regression definitely, but past life regression most certainly is, in my opinion, the most effective holistic way to supplement whatever care you're receiving already, you know, from a doctor or therapist, psychiatrist, whatever. You know, keep taking medication, keep doing all that stuff. We need to do that properly, but to supplement and see the greatest achievement and greatest movement towards healing, I found that hypnotherapy in past life regression it's incomparable. It's mind-blowing. And for me to say it's mind-blowing, I feel it's kind of crazy because I talk to dead people.
I talk to dead people.
They're everywhere. I can't remember them. So, you can say I'm in my hands. I'm shuffling some. These are not tarot. These are actual angel cards, and I always feel that when I'm doing, I work in the light. I'm a light worker. I'm an energy coach and help a lot of people with different aspects of their life. A lot of people have me help them when they have a goal they want to move towards and get it done, or whether it's emotional or a new job or a higher pay or just a new goal they want to accomplish or get to, and I'll help them to keep the energy focused. And I do feel that angel cards and tarot cards are beautiful, and or the oracle cards, all different ones. And I pulled these out because I just feel you know, and when the universe throws one out there, I always try to pay attention to it. I wanted to do this for you because today, Koyote, what we're going to be doing for you is we're going to be doing a past life regression. And I'm going to kick off season 2.
Awesome.
With you. And so you're my superstar. Thank you so much volunteering to be a part of this. I think that it's going to be very healing for you. And I think it's going to be also, I think it's going to be helpful for a lot of people who watch it and listen to it, because past life regression, it is a territory that most of us have not journeyed to. And have you ever had a past life regression?
Never. This is
Okay.
first for me.
So this is really beautiful. And if you guys don't already know who Koyote Knight is, can you tell everybody who you are and about your beautiful podcast and your network?
I'm a superstar.
You are.
Well, real quick history about me. I got into being a paranormal investigator several years ago, and it wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it would be. So I wanted to get to, talking to other people in the field. And so I just decided, hey, why not do a podcast? So got into doing our first podcast, which is Into the Pit. And I met so many wonderful people. One of my first big interviews was Marcus Harvey from Ghost Brothers, and I've had Chad Lindbergh on the show from Ghost Stalkers, and
you've had amazing people on your. I'm one of the amazing people you've had on there. No, but I mean, your podcast is definitely, it's one that people need to listen to. Into the Pit is phenomenal. You have fantastic. You had another fantastic guest recently. You have amazing guests.
I've had the wonderful and talented Rhonda Hale on my show. I've had everybody from the new Ghost Hunters on my show. And that actually led to me being close friends with Mustafa. And I still talk regularly with Rochelle and sometimes with Daryl, and every once in a blue moon with Brandon. And don't forget, you are coming to Texas. And I actually talked to Mustafa last night.
Did you really? Oh, I can't wait to meet him. I'm so excited.
Now, this is the thing.
Okay.
Nazareth has been canceled.
Okay, so what are we going to do?
We're going to Bonham, Texas.
I don't care where we go.
I have never been there. I have no idea what we're walking into. I knew what we were walking to over at the Nazareth, which is kind of dark.
I'm excited to go somewhere that I purposely do not look up, study, research anything of anybody's lives or places or anything. This will be my first paranormal investigation, but I didn't look up anything about Nazareth at all. So now tell me, why was Nazareth canceled? Because of the recent tragedy, maybe? Or
that might have had something to do with it. I'm not sure. For people that don't know, I had a good friend that actually had a heart attack and passed away while doing an investigation at that hospital.
Very, very recently.
Yeah, there's actually been quite a few attachments and things like that. Mustafa's wife, for one, she had something attached to her, and it took two mediums to actually drive it out.
Yeah.
And, detach it, and which cut our part of the investigation short, and just a lot of bad juju at that place.
Yes.
So this is going to be a new experience. So you get to drive an extra 5 hours with us.
Yay! Road trip.
Yep. Take you to Whataburger.
I can't wait.
But yeah, had that podcast going, but then I started meeting all kinds of other people, and they weren't in the paranormal field. And so we started listening to the vibes, which, I love it. We interview people that are inspirational, motivational, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Talk to, musicians and authors and actors and, entrepreneurs and different people that just can bring something to other people's lives to help them reach their goals. And I am fortunate enough that Rhonda's going to help me get a little closer to my goals. So
yes, I think your guides are going to, and they're going to help me to lead you. And the thing about past lives is that whether you there are very few that do not have a past life. There are people, I've met 2 people, recently a second one. I didn't think I would actually meet 2, but I've met 2 who do not have a past life. This
Wow.
is their first run around in the skin, but we've had many past lives. And we've also, something that a lot of people maybe don't stop to think about is parallel lives and future lives. So parallel lives are amazing because you can, have you ever been at a precipice in your life and you've had a choice to make? You're like, okay, I'm here. I can either make this choice or this choice. I can take this job or not, or I can go forward with this relationship, or I can end it, or I can, you know, we have these decisions that we keep to ourselves a lot of times because we don't want to hurt people's feelings, and we make the decision in our mind, you know, to go a certain way. And our soul, our higher self, can splinter. We are supernatural beings. You and I here are communicating and have a friendship and all the fun things in this physical form, but we also have splinters. Our soul can do that. So you can actually, your soul is able to split, not just in a parallel life that is very similar to what we have, but some things are a little bit different. And it continues to live, it continues to experience. And all the things that you're experiencing now in your life that are so, you know, impactful, like what you just recently went through here with your back surgery that we're going to be going into deeper. I think we're going to use that as what we're going to be diving deeper into and finding out, why have you had so much pain in your back? Why have you had all those things? Because in my opinion, and we'll know when we get in there and see what your higher self shows us, but you're able, I think you have the right energy, you have the right mentality, you have the right connections. You can do anything you want, in my opinion, because you're so well received and you vibrate at a high frequency. And you're like, even just your podcast, Into the Vibes, it's kind of like, it reminds me of the book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, you know, because it does, you listen to it, it lifts you up, and it inevitably, anytime you listen to a short one, whatever kind of length of episode, you finish and you listening to it, and you always leave happier, lighter, and more motivated, right? So what I look at your life, Coyote, you have a loving, supportive wife. You have a family who love you and who you love, and you have animals around you. These are all things that raise our vibration, right? Mm-hmm. And every time we've had 2, this is our 3rd recorded appearance together online, right? Mm-hmm. And each time we had something supernatural happen. And each time you had a loved one come, your brother came, and you hadn't been able to connect with him with anybody before. And then when he came, he kept giving me this information. I didn't know what it was about, but I was like, okay, I don't know. This is what he's saying. This is how he's laughing. This is what this. And you're like, oh, this really means something to me. And so it was what you needed to hear. And he came through. And then I think the time before that, there was a young man behind you. And and then later, come to find out, he had recently passed, and you showed me his photograph. I was like, yep, that's him. And, you know, it was a complete description of who that young man was behind you. So we've had beautiful, beautiful experiences with spirit coming through with us together. And then on my podcast, my angel came through, and he doesn't come around very much. He's kind of a big deal, that angel of mine. And so when he comes through, I mean, I'd love to see him every day, but he's got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of people to take care of. So when he came through, it kind of like blew my mind that he came through. But we do seem to have a beautiful experience and connection, which is why I thought this is going to be, it's a no-brainer to launch season 2 with you.
Oh,
and I thank you so much for
thank you.
being here for me. Now, so when you go into a past life, I prefer to use it. It can, a lot of people think of it, oh, that'd be so fun. I want to know, was I a queen? Was I a princess? Was I a king? Was I a warrior? Was I, what did I do? Where was I? I've always liked this era. I've always liked this. I've always liked that. And just to go in openly, like if it's a costume party, what am I going to wear for Halloween this year? It's not like that. I prefer to use it with, as much respect and honor as possible, because it isn't a trick. It's not a just a fun little thing, a party thing, a party trick. What we're going to do today is, in my opinion, like I said, your vibration is high, pure, and good. You've done a lot of work. You've been through a fucking lot in your life. And you've done a lot of work to get where you are now. You have a loving atmosphere around you, okay? Yes, you have life go on, but who doesn't? But you've got all the framework of love around you. And you also, I believe you have a gift for connecting with people. Whether it's Into the Pit, you're doing a podcast, whether it's Into the Vibes, either way, it's engaging. You're a fantastic interviewer. You have people who you have on your show, you're able to really pull the best out of them. And for me, I've always seen, at least your energy, that I can see the aura around you, the colors that I see around you, and what they tell me is that you're meant to have a spotlight, and you're meant to be seen on a higher platform than currently what you have now. And I look at what's happening, and you have this, you've had real struggles through the years with your back. And it's like you've walked with a cane for years, and you are in constant pain. You have been in constant pain, and now you've had the back surgery. So
yes,
I just knew there was one little thing that just the puzzle, it just needed to kind of fall gently into place, right? For the magic to just open sesame, right? And so I feel that you are a phenomenal candidate for past life regression, because there's a reason why. And it can be in symbol, like in your past life, did someone stab you in the back? And we need to heal and let that go. In a past life, maybe you did get injured. Maybe you fell off of a horse, who knows? And you got injured, and we need to heal that. So when I go through past life regression, I work a little differently than most past life regressionists. What I do, because I am a psychic medium and I'm also a light worker, when I take you and I regress you and put you under, and take you to the light. I always work through the light when I regress somebody. We're going to allow your higher self to be our guide and take you to not the most recent past life, but the past life that resonates closer with the current challenge that we want to tap into, which is, why are you dealing with so much physical pain and had so many issues with your back, your spine, your back? What is it? And then once we get there, because I the type of psychic medium where I can actually see what you're seeing, and I want to say that it's clairvoyant, but I need to learn the clairs, but I think I have them all. A lot of clairs in here. So when I've got you under, when you're in there, I can actually see what you're seeing. I can see what's going on around you. And because you're in trance, you will, it'll be a slower usually to tell me what you're seeing, but I feel like you're going to do really well. Then when we find what's going on, we'll freeze it, pull it back, heal it, and give it a different reality. So we'll not only heal it, forgive it, release it, but we're also going to give you a different outcome in that life. So what we're going to go in is we're going to go back in there and we're going to splinter it, heal this so you're not having an open wound. And in that past life, we're going to splinter it off and give it an alternate reality, creating another parallel life in that past or parallel life, so that you are healing and able to download that higher vibration experience and have it come into your present reality to elevate you so that you can really, really fulfill your purpose in this life at the capacity that you were truly intended and capable of. And that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to actually, a lot of past life regressionists don't do this. And I think it is very, very, very important, is we're going to take you to the death in that life. And it's not going to be something that's scary, because death is not scary, because there's no such thing as death. We continue to live. Your soul is eternal. It will continue to be eternal. The Coyote Knight that we are talking to right now has never died. This flesh, you'll choose different bodies, different experiences, okay? And so we're going to take you there and then take you back into the light. And then we'll see if you recognize any people on the other side when we take you into life before life. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Okay?
Awesome.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up this music in the background to just give you a soft. Can you hear that?
I can hear a little bit.
Okay, I'll turn it up louder. Can you hear it a little bit?
I can hear it a little bit.
Okay, good. I just don't want it to overtake my voice. And so what we're going to do, Kyle, is are you completely comfortable, as comfortable as possible? I know that is it okay that you're laying on your back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got, if I get a pillow underneath my legs, that usually helps.
Okay, good.
So,
Good.
by the way, I did get a really good checkup today. So.
Okay, good. And I'm really thankful.
Bone graft is taking.
I'm happy because I was thinking, with us, what we're going to be doing is connecting with your higher self to find out what the heck with the back situation, right? And how poignant for you to see the doctor today regarding the surgery and progress and healing from this recent surgery. So it's very, very on the forefront of your mind, on your conscious mind. And so now we're going to tap into that unconscious mind, subconscious mind rather. After about 20 minutes of taking him deep into trance, we begin to enter into his past life experience, and he starts to describe what he's seeing and feeling around you, giving you unconditional love. 3, no judgment here, no worry, no concern, only love. Everything around you is soft, effortless, and easy. There's no work for you to be doing. No concerns. 2, allowing yourself to be pulled in by this loving, healing source, this parent love, this creative love of light, allowing yourself to almost be there and one, responding to the magnetism of this beautiful, welcoming love. Allow yourself to be completely embraced and held by this beautiful divine light. Breathing it in and taking in the beauty of where you are. You are being led by your higher self We trust your higher self and your teachers and your guides to take you to the most relevant life experience, whether it's past, future, or parallel, or alternate, to share with us more understanding so that we can receive healing in this life. Now, I want you to go to the sources of the challenges that you're facing in this current life, allowing your higher self and guides to take you to where this challenge was first formed. Now I'm going to ask you some questions as we go on this journey, and I want you to speak to me and tell me what you see. Coyote, I want you to look down at your feet now in your mind's eye and tell me, what do your feet look like? Are you barefoot or are you wearing footwear?
Barefoot.
What age do you think you are?
Middle age.
Can you tell if you are a man or a woman?
Man.
What color is your skin?
Thing looks green.
Green skin? Is it soft green? Is it bright green? Is it
Very
like
soft.
a soft green color? Can you describe what your feet look like? What shape are they?
Very odd.
Do you have any digits on your feet?
Doesn't look like it.
Are they wide or narrow?
Wide.
Are you able to tell me if you can look around or even looking up at your legs? What shape are they? Are they long, skinny, short?
Can't tell.
All right. Now, I want you to just look up around you and see where you are standing. What area are you? Where are you?
Things changing colors.
Okay. So it's an atmosphere that maybe we do not have on Earth. Is it a different atmosphere?
Everything's different.
Okay. So you might be in a different frequency environment. Can you feel if you have any temperature, warm or cold?
Feels cold, but it feels good.
But it feels right. Okay. And is there anyone there with you?
No.
You're by yourself?
Yes.
Do you know what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Just there.
Were you on your way to do anything?
No.
How does your body feel?
Just floating.
I want you to put your hands in front of your face and see if you can see either the inside of your hand or the outside of your hands. See if you can see them.
It just seems like nothing's there.
Okay. Try to get a more clear picture of where you are and why your higher self took you here. So now I want you to take another deep breath. Breathe in and allow yourself to fall back into the light where we were before you stepped forward. Breathing in deeper, exhaling. We're going to ask your higher self now to bring more clarity and understanding of who you are and what your mission is in this experience, in this existence where it's taking you, what the concerns are, what's going on around you, what your purpose is, And now, taking another deep breath, I want you to step back forward again into the existence that we visited before. Just step fully forward into it. Don't hesitate, you're completely safe. There's no fear to completely immerse yourself in that experience. Now, I want you to tell me, do you have family?
By myself.
You're by yourself?
Yes.
What is your purpose?
Just here.
Are you of a curious nature?
Just to be with nature.
To be with nature. Can you tell me what nature looks like?
It's beautiful trees, mountains all around. It's grass.
Have you been to this place before?
Yes.
So the feeling of being there is pleasant.
It's like heaven.
Now, I want you to look at your hands, whether it's the palm or the back of your hands. And if your body color or shape or the appearance in any way changes, just let me know what it morphs or changes into so that we can better understand what you're seeing.
Just my hands.
Okay, do they look humanoid or are they alien of some sort?
Human.
Okay, so you're in your human form right now in this beautiful, beautiful place. Is this place the meadow area?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. So now what I want us to do is, can you walk around? I want you to look up around and see if you can see any buildings or other people, or you're in the meadow, but see if you can see the area where other souls are. See if we can move towards them.
There's no one around.
Okay. All right. Then let's walk. Is there anywhere you want to go?
To the water.
All right. Let's walk towards the water. What does the body of water look like? Is it a
It's a river.
okay? So it's a moving river. Can you describe what it looks like to you when you're looking at it to me?
There's a few rocks sticking out.
Mhm.
It's just flowing.
It's flowing. Okay. And let's walk along the water and see where this river takes you if you follow it.
The mountains. Just want to look at the mountains.
Tell me what they look like.
It's beautiful grass on the sides and bushes. It's a little dark, like shade.
See if it takes you anywhere else. Let's just walk along the river.
Gets clear on one side.
Can you see a source of light anywhere?
Sun's coming out.
How does that feel? Can you feel the warmth of it?
It's warm, but it's still cool.
Very pleasant. I'd like you to kneel beside the river, and I'd like you to put your hands in the water and feel the healing power of that water of light. See how that feels. How does that feel?
So relaxing, so cool.
I want to take a couple sips of that water in your hands, and I'd like you to put it on the back of your neck so that it just kind of trickles down on top of your spine. Can you do that?
Yes.
Just breathing in the healing energy of this very, very healing river of light. Now I want to download. We're going to breathe in and download all of the healing, the tranquility, the peace, love, and harmony that you feel here in this place. I want you to just breathe in now and receive it on a cellular level into this body in this life where you are now, so you can upgrade your physical body. Breathing it in. Reprogramming. Okay. Now, Cody, I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to step back into the light. Just drift and fall back into the light. And we're going to let your higher self now take you from this place where you are at life before life. And we're going to take you to an actual place that you have lived before, that is going to give us insight and understanding as to why we have the challenges right now in your life, with the pain centered and focused on your back. We're going to understand it by visiting another life. We're going to step forward into that life, and you will step forward into that life as a child. 1, 2, 3, stepping forward into this experience and existence. It's just as vivid and real as the others. Trusting what you see, I want you to look at your feet and tell me, are you barefoot or do you have any footwear on?
Old brown shoes.
Can you tell me what your shoes look like?
They're like old.
Do they have any, how do you keep them on your foot? How do they stay on your foot?
They're tied.
Okay. And they're old and they have ties on them. Can you tell me what you're standing on right now?
Cobblestone.
Can you tell me where you are? Is there other activity going on around you, Coyote?
We're walking all around.
Okay. Can you look at your clothing and tell me what you're wearing and what it looks like?
Gray pants. Gray jacket. White shirt.
How old you are?
Like I'm 7 or 8.
Do you know what people call you?
No.
Okay, later. Now, are your clothes new and clean, or are they old and worn? What do they look like? The state of them?
They're worn.
Very worn? Are they clean or dirty?
They're a little dirty.
Why are you out? Why are you out there in the street on the cobblestone? Were you just playing, or were you working, or are you on an errand?
My mom's dragging me down the street.
So you're with your mom. She holding your hand, or she just expecting you to follow?
She's holding my hand.
Where are you headed?
I think we're going to the market.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Why do you like it?
Feels like home.
What kind of mother is she?
It's a good mom. Very stern.
Mm-hmm. Does she have any other children? Do you have any brothers and sisters?
It's just me.
I want you to go to the market now. We're going to fast forward and we're going to be shopping now. Tell me, are you inside or outside?
Inside.
Can you tell me what year it is or what part of the world it is?
Feels like England.
What year it is or what era?
It's the 1800s.
Okay. Who the king is or the queen?
No,
Okay, no problem.
I just want to play.
Yeah. What are your favorite things to play with?
It's just the ball.
All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to finish the shopping. We're going to take another deep breath and we're going to have you enter the home where you live, okay? Taking a deep breath. Your mom's at the door now, opening the door. What do we see when you walk in?
It's a big room.
It's a big room. Is there any furniture in there?
There's wooden chairs and benches.
Wooden chairs. So they're very utilitarian then.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your mother doing now?
She's putting things in the kitchen.
Okay. Does anybody else live there at the house with you?
No.
Just you and your mother?
Yes.
Do you know where your father is?
No.
Have you ever seen him before?
No.
And your mom, your mother just takes care of you?
Yes.
Do you have any grandparents that are in your life?
Far away.
Okay. And how does your mom support you? You both.
She washes clothes.
Okay. What's your mother's name?
Gwendolyn?
And she does people's laundry then. She's a laundress?
Yes.
Does she do the work there at home or does she go somewhere else to do the laundry?
She goes somewhere else.
And then when she goes, do you go to school or do you just play? What do you do when she's gone? Or does she take you with her?
Just play.
What do you want to do? Is that your favorite thing to do is play?
Yes. I just want to be with the other kids.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a lot of friends?
Yes.
And you all play games? At this point of Coyote's session, his phone cut out on him and we had to reconnect the call and I had to put him back into trance and then continue from where we left off. And he did a really great job. We're going to take you back in. Okay?
Okay, hold on. Uno momento, por favor.
No problem. These things happen.
It just got really cold in here all of a sudden.
It really does, but it's because you're leaving your body. That's why.
Ugh.
It does happen. So you'll have to get cozy and comfy. Good. All right. Now, when you're ready, just close your eyes and I'll take you back under. It'll be much easier this time. And now I take about 15 minutes to take him back under into a nice, deep, relaxing trance state. And we'll pick up just before we bring him back to the previous experience. Lifting you as we take you back to where you were previously. Our journey is going to enlighten, inform, heal, and elevate you, giving us understanding, healing, and release from an experience in another life. We're going back to the little boy with the brown boots standing on the cobblestone ground in 1800s England. You've already been to the market with your mother, and now she's putting away the groceries already and all the things you bought at the market. She's getting ready to go to work now. She has laundry to do. She works a lot. And you're excited because you're going to be able to go play with your friends and have fun. I want you now to go where your friends are. Tell me, how many of your friends are there?
There's like 12.
So it's a nice group of friends. Are they all boys?
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls. Is everybody having a good time?
Yes.
What kind of game are you playing right now? Are you just hanging out together, laughing and having fun?
They're kicking the ball in the street.
Fun. Is everything going okay?
I'm sad.
You're kind of sad? Tell me what you're sad about.
Can't play like the other kids.
What's keeping you from being able to play with the other kids?
I'm lame.
Or what's lame? Tell me.
It's my leg.
Can you tell me if it's your right leg or your left leg?
It's my right leg.
What happened? Were you born that way or did something happen?
Cart hit me.
A cart hit you. When did it happen?
When I was playing in the street.
Did it happen when you were a kid still?
Yes.
Not long ago?
Not long.
How do your other friends treat you now that you got hurt?
They try to include me.
That's very nice. What I want to do now, Coyote, is I want to go back to the time when your injury occurred. Okay? We're going to go back 5 minutes before it happened. Breathing in, exhaling, putting yourself 5 minutes before the cart hit you. What are you doing right now?
Skipping.
You having fun?
Yes.
Is anyone with you?
No.
You're by yourself?
Lots of people in the street.
Okay. But you're on your own way, kind of.
Yes.
And how does it feel right now as a kid skipping around? Are you happy?
Very happy. I have a penny.
You have a penny. What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to get candy.
That sounds wonderful. What's your favorite kind of candy that you want to get with that penny?
I like the gumdrops.
Do you think how many do you think you can get with that penny? That's a lot.
I might get a big bag.
That sounds wonderful. That sounds so delicious and fun. Now, I want you to keep going towards the candy store and tell me what happens next, Kyle.
I'm gonna cross the street.
Okay. Did you look before you crossed?
No,
You just ran towards the store. What do you see happening right now?
I'm on the ground.
Okay. What happened?
A cart turned over.
What part of is it on you right now?
I got knocked out of the way.
Did any part of the cart hit you or roll over you or anything?
Hit me in the back.
Okay. What kind of cart was it? What was it carrying? Do you know?
Looks like vegetables.
Are they strewn about?
Yes.
What's happening now?
Everybody's running to me.
Okay, I want you to take a deep breath. Now, what are the people doing who are helping you? Are they trying to pick you up, or are they calling a doctor, or
They're running down the street with me.
they're carrying you then?
Yes.
Where are they taking you, Coyote?
To see the doctor.
Okay. Do you know what they're calling you? Are they saying your name?
I heard someone say Sam.
Sam, let's get to the doctor's office now. And they lay you down and the doctor's examining you. Are you laying on your stomach or your back?
She put me on my back.
How does that feel?
Doesn't feel good.
Are you able to speak to them?
Yes, I'm crying.
Because it's in a lot of pain. Now, what I want you to do is we are going to now pull out of Sam's body. You are still with Sam, but I want you to create a view from the side of the room, okay? So you're going to release these tangible feelings and very real feelings of this very traumatic event that just happened to you, Sam. And I want you to now lift yourself above and look down at your little body. Can you see everything in the room?
Yes.
Okay. And I want you to bring in some peace now. Okay. And look around. Has anybody got your mother yet, or is it just the people in the room with the doctor?
It's the people in the room with the doctor.
Okay. All right. And what can you hear anything that the doctor's saying?
There's nothing they can do.
All right. Now what we're going to do is I want you to freeze that scene as if it were a tape recorder. We're going to pause it immediately, okay? And I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to create a tunnel of light. A long circular tunnel. Breathing in breathing out. And I want you to call to Sam right now, and I want you to invite him in. Invite him to come and be with you right now in the room where you are. Okay? Tell him that you are his big brother, Coyote, and you're here to give him comfort and to let him know that he is not alone. So pull him in. And tell him how much you love him and how proud you are of him and how sorry you are that that happened to him. And let him know that he can trust you and that you are here for him no matter what he needs. You'll never let him down. Okay? Have him jump up there with you in bed. Let him cuddle in nice and close. And I want you to keep him safe right now. We're going to do some healing for him, okay? We're going to breathe in light now. We're going to breathe in healing, regenerating light. And we're going to send it to his little broken body on the doctor's table right now, repairing, healing, and removing the pain. Breathing in the light, and I want you to focus it straight out of your forehead to his little body and just push the light into his broken body now. Okay. And now I want you to ask Sam if he would like to meet me because I want to talk to him, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Now I want you to introduce Sam to me and tell him who I am, okay?
Sam. This is Rhonda. He's here to help.
Is it okay? Is it okay if I talk with Sam?
He doesn't want to talk.
Okay. Is it okay if I speak to him?
Yes.
Hi, Sam. I'm Rhonda. I'm Miss Rhonda, and I'm just here to help you get through this really tough thing that just happened. We're going to do something really, really amazing. Something that you never knew that you could do, that you can do, and I'm here to help you do that, okay? So I want you to just stay close and cozy and safe with your big brother Coyote right there. Let him keep you safe and protected. And now what we're going to do is something wonderful, okay? What I want to do now is we're going to go back 5 minutes before the accident happened, okay? And guess what we're going to do? We're going to put that penny back in your hand. Can you do that for me?
He said yes.
All right. So I want you to put the penny in your hand and feel how great it feels to be on the way to the general store. And think about the gumdrops that you plan to buy with the penny. All right. Can you think about the picture of the gumdrops? And think about all the jars of wonderful, colorful, sweet, wonderful candy that's there. And remember, you got a penny. That's a lot of money. You can get anything you want. So if you change your mind, it's okay. You could even get several things. Just decide what you want really, really, really clear in your head. Okay? Now you're skipping along and you're so happy. And guess what we're going to do right now, Sam? We're going to change what happened so that we learn to look both ways. Okay? And we're going to make this and we're going to reverse it. So make it so that it didn't happen at all. So that when we're done doing this work right now, that we're going to send you back and you're going to be completely whole and the accident did not happen. Do you want to do that with me?
Yes.
All right. You're so strong and brave, and I'm so proud of you. All right. Keep that penny in your hand nice and tight, okay? Now, as you're skipping along, I want you to slow down a little bit. I know you're very, very excited. I'm excited too, because I want to go and get candy with you. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to stop, because the street where you have to cross, it's a busy street. Let's look around right now, okay? Who's on that street right now? Do you see any animals or people? Who's using the street right now, Sam?
There's lots of people.
Okay, it's pretty busy, huh?
Really busy.
What time of the day is it, Sam?
The middle of the afternoon.
Oh, wow. A lot of people have a lot of stuff they need to get done, and they use that street to get there, don't they?
Yes.
Can you hear the sounds of the horse's foot clopping along on the cobblestone?
Yes.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to keep looking left and right, looking back and forth, making sure everything's really, really, really clear. Let's wait for a clear spot that's safe to cross, okay? Can you do that?
Yes.
Good boy. Now, look down at your feet. Make sure that your laces are tied, okay? Because sometimes if your laces are not tied, you can trip on them and that can make you fall down. And sometimes you can fall down in a place that would be very bad to fall down. It's not like falling down in the grass. So let's make sure that your laces are tied. Are they tied?
Yes.
Very good. All right. Now, when you feel it's safe, tell me when you're crossing. And Coyote, your big brother, is going to hold your hand, okay? You won't be crossing alone. And he's very big and strong. See how big he is? Way bigger than you. He's going to protect you. And tell me when you're ready to cross the street together.
We can go now.
All right. So hold on to your big brother's hand and cross the street together. Tell me when you made it.
We're there.
Good. How much further is it to the candy store?
We're almost there.
That's wonderful. Why don't you go in and get that wonderful candy? Tell me what you decide to get after all.
I got gumdrops.
That's so fun. You're such a lucky boy.
Yes. I like the bell.
You rang the bell?
When you open the door.
Oh, yeah. And then they know you're there.
Yes.
Does the shopkeeper know you?
He acts like he knows me.
So you've been there before. Good. Now buy your gumdrops. See the shopkeeper grab the big jar and measure out your gumdrops. So fun. It feels so wonderful to pay for it yourself, doesn't it?
Yes.
Makes you feel big and grown up.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now take the gumdrops in your hand. And where are you going to go now, Sam?
Share them with my friends.
Yay! All right. So now, from now on, this is what I want you to remember, Sam, okay? Even though exciting, wonderful things always will be coming to you, always, 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 you're going to have wonderful things come to you. I want you to always remember now that you need to be present and paying attention. Even though you're super excited and you want to jump right in, We will always want to make sure that your laces are tied and you look both ways. And if you ever, ever, ever need help with anything, you can create this tunnel of light, because your big brother Coyote is a real person, just like you. He's alive. He's just in a different place, and he has a different reality and existence. But he's only one light tunnel away, because you are connected. Okay? So what I want you to remember is, no matter what happens in your life, Sam, you can always create the tunnel of light and find him, and he will help you. He will always protect you. He loves you, and he's very, very proud of you. And I am very proud of you. So now what we're going to do, Sam, is we're going to have you take a deep breath, and we're going to have you go back through the tunnel. And when you go through the tunnel, you will have had a safe and happy day. No accident ever happened. We already healed it, and we've created a new day. And you're safe and healthy and strong in your body. And you've had a wonderful day of play with your friends. And now when we release you through the light, you will be in your bed and you'll be sleeping, okay? And when you wake up in the morning, you will remember your big brother Coyote. And you will remember that he was there for you and helped you. And you remember now that it was real. It felt like a dream, but it really did happen. He is there, and he's always available to you if you need him. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right. Coyote, I want you to talk with Sam and let him know that if he ever needs you, that you are there for him and you will help him. And tell him how much you love him and how proud you are of him. Good. Now, all three of us, let's take a deep breath in. And as we release, we're going to send Sam right back through the tunnel of light, only now he's going into his cozy little bed, having sweet dreams, letting him go. 1, 2, 3. Closing the light tunnel, letting him sleep. Taking another breath. Coyote, I want you to move forward into Sam's life, into the next important event in Sam's life. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And I want you to tell me, what do you see on your feet?
Nice.
Can you tell me how old you are now?
I'm in my 20s.
Okay. Where are you at, Sam?
University.
Can you tell me what your interests are? Are you happy to be at university?
I'm very excited.
Wonderful. You're very fortunate to be able to go to university. What do you want to learn about?
Science.
What kind of science is exciting to you, Sam?
I like everything.
Wow. Are you intrigued with life of human beings or plants?
Biology.
How wonderful. Is there anything you want to do with this knowledge? What would you like to be when you leave university?
I just want to help people.
Do you want to help them to feel better or to heal, or what's your goal?
I want people to feel better.
Are you going to work as a doctor or a scientist developing medicines?
I don't know yet.
Okay. How do you like university? How long have you been there now?
I'm graduating.
Congratulations. I bet
Thank
your
you.
mother is proud of you.
Yes.
She worked very hard so that you could go to university, didn't she?
Yes.
She's such a good mother. You have so much to be thankful for. People
Yeah.
love you and care for you, don't they?
Yes.
Now, at university, did some of your friends go with you or did you make new friends?
New friends.
Do you recognize anyone at university who you're close to that you know in this life?
My new father's there.
And what role does he play in Sam's life at university?
He paid for everything.
Wow. And who is your father?
Name's Manfred.
Was he gone for a while?
No. He met my mother a long time ago.
And is he the father that gave you life, or is he a stepfather?
He's a stepfather. He's kind of chubby.
Oh. Where did he meet your mother?
I think they met just on the street.
That's a wonderful thing. Probably made your mother very happy.
Yes. She's got lots of new dresses now.
Oh, and she doesn't have to work so hard.
She doesn't work anymore.
That probably makes you very happy.
Yes.
I'm so happy that you have such a wonderful stepfather.
He's very nice.
Do you know who he is? Is he someone that you know in this life?
No.
No? Is there anybody in that life when you were young, Sam, or on the street playing, whether it's your mother, or the shopkeeper, or your friends, or the doctor, or anyone in university, friends, professors, or family that you know in this life as well?
Very hard to tell.
It's all right. It might be a different soul group. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to take another deep breath and we're going to move forward. Another event in your life that is pivotal to your life. We're going to take a deep breath, Sam. Take us to the next important event in your life and tell me, where are you, Sam?
Getting married.
You're getting married. Who are you marrying?
Name's Mary.
How did you meet Mary?
University.
Was she a student as well?
Yes.
Are you in love?
Yes.
Tell me what she looks like.
She's very thin. Very beautiful.
What's her personality like?
She's very adventurous.
Wow. What's your personality like, Sam?
I'm goofy.
Do you make her laugh?
Yes.
That's nice. Now, I want you to take us forward now to the next big important event in your life, Sam. Stepping forward, tell me where you are and what you're doing.
It's a big room.
Okay.
It's lots of books.
Do you know where you are?
I think I'm in someone's home.
Is it your home?
No.
What are you doing there?
I'm supposed to be getting an honor.
Oh, wow. So a presentation of some sort.
Yes.
How old are you, Sam?
I'm in my 50s.
So you've lived quite a life, haven't you?
Yes.
Tell me what you did with your life.
Studied medicine.
Do you feel that in this life you fulfilled your purpose?
Yes.
So were you a doctor or a scientist?
Scientist.
And do you know what this honor, this award that you're receiving, this acknowledgement, do you know what it was for specifically?
I help people with allergies.
Wow. So you've brought a lot of relief to people.
Yes.
And that's probably a pretty new field at that time in history.
Yes. It's a new story.
Tell me what's happening with your own life, with your wife, Mary. Is she still with you?
Yes.
Did you end up having children?
Yes.
Tell me about your children.
I have a boy and a girl.
What are their names?
Millicent.
Millicent? And is Millicent the boy or the girl?
The girl.
That's a beautiful name. And then tell me about your son.
He's a tough boy.
Wow.
His name's Thomas.
So he's really strong. He's probably taken after Mary, right?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Do you know what your last name is, Sam?
It's confusing.
It's all right. Just tell me what comes to your mind.
Can't say it. Starts with an M.
All right. What does it kind of feel like? What does it sound like? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of say what flows.
Mendrixel.
Mendrixel?
Makes no sense.
Well, it doesn't matter if it makes any sense. What we want to do now, Sam, is there anything in this life here that you've lived? You've lived a very full life in service for others, for healing, helping, bringing comfort and a better quality of life to many, many people. And they're acknowledging it now. Do you feel that you lived your true life's purpose?
Yes.
And you've made a comfortable life for yourself, but you've also been able probably to help a lot of people also have a very fulfilled life.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Helping them to maybe have freedom from the allergies so that they can accomplish things that they wanted.
Yes.
Now what we're going to do, Sam, is we're going to take you to the last moments of this life, okay? Taking a deep breath, finding yourself where you are now. Can you tell me where you are in your final moments of your life?
I'm at home.
Where are you in your home?
I'm in my room, in my bed.
How do you feel?
My chest hurts.
Does it feel heavy?
Yes.
Who's with you?
The family is there. They're in the room.
Is Mary there?
She's in the next room.
The children are there?
Yes.
What does your room look like, Sam?
There's pictures of the family on the wall. The almost a brownish wallpaper.
Does it feel comfortable to be in that room?
Yes.
How old are you now, Sam?
I'm 71.
You've lived a very full life, haven't you?
Yes.
Have you decided that you've lived enough life?
No. It's too soon.
But your body is just getting tired.
Sick.
What got you sick?
Something in the lab I was exposed to.
Were you in the middle of an experiment?
Didn't protect myself all those years.
You were just excited to work on what you loved. Your passion was greater than your caution. Is that right?
Yes.
So, looking back on your life, Sam, do you see a pattern?
Not cautious.
So your joy and your passion becomes greater than your caution.
Yes.
Now what we want to do is allow Sam to find rest in his death, okay? Let him take his last breath. And now just releasing. Give me the view that he has now.
It's just dark.
Can you look down now and see yourself in the bed?
Yes.
Okay. What does it feel like looking down on yourself now, Sam?
I'm happy, but I'm sad.
Yeah. Mixed feelings. Is Mary there, or did you pass before Mary came in the room?
It was before they could get to the room.
Why don't we go to the room where Mary's at now? You can just go through the wall. Send her love right now and comfort. Breathing in, gently breathing love and comfort to her. Letting her know that you are always going to be with her when she needs you. Watching out for her, protecting her, and ready to greet her when it's her time to come. Now I want you to fall back into the light, Sam. Breathing deeper, allowing yourself to become lighter and lighter and lighter, flowing back to the source of where you came from, to your true form of light, following the light that brought you on this journey. Take a deep breath and tell me where you are.
On the river.
Right back where you were. How does it feel there?
So peaceful.
Such a beautiful place.
Yes.
Stretch your arms out as wide as you can. Open your hands so the palms are facing the sun. Feel the warmth and the healing and the love radiating from the source of light. It's divine healing, replenishing, revitalizing, and restoring you. Breathing that in. Now, Coyote, I want you to, as you are present there in that existence, you are just as present in this reality. I want you to download the wisdom and knowledge and lesson of that life into this life on a cellular level. Downloading knowledge, guidance, and understanding. I also want you to download all of the tranquility, the healing, the love from this life before life into this life. Allow it to be part of you on a cellular level, bringing you back into this existence. Breathe in. Relax. You've done so well. We're going to come back now to this present reality and awareness, bringing back with you all the lessons and the wisdom and the learning that you achieved in the lifetime as Sam. You will bring back all the feelings of harmony, peace, tranquility, knowing from life before life where you were, and download both of these into this experience of your present life, allowing you to no longer have the challenges you had before. All the previous versions of yourself in the life you just visited at all ages of Sam, and your higher self in the meadow, to continue to give you wisdom and knowledge to elevate you in this life. They have permission to visit and elevate and guide. As I count to 5, you will be fully awake and present. 1, you're beginning to be more aware of where you are. 2, you can feel yourself lying on the bed, the pillow, being aware of being in your body. 3, you're beginning to settle back into your body, moving your energy back into it, perfectly fitting, beginning to move your feet and your hands. 4, you can begin to stretch now. And 5, you are fully present, you are alert, and you can open your eyes and slowly awaken. You did so great, Coyote. You did so well. That's amazing. Tell me how you feel.
I'm all teary-eyed for some reason.
Well, it was an emotional journey. I mean, you went through quite a bit at a very, very, very young age. A lot of people, when I take them back and we find the trauma, occasionally it will be at a young part, the beginning part of their life, but a lot of times it happens as an adult. In this case, I can see that since it happened to you at such a young age in Sam's life, that was in that old reality, in that experience, he carried that pain with him his entire life into the age of 71 with the accident. You know, it affected every part of his education in university, in school, and learning with that disability, right? And caused all that pain. And so by going back and healing it at a young age, he was then able to move forward without that cumbersome disability of being crippled. So we were able to bring healing to him. And through that, you're going to feel the weight of that having been lifted. And that is an emotional transition when that happens, especially when you're able to experience, and remember and feel the accident when it happened, the emotions that occur.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy.
Yeah. Pretty heavy. That was crazy.
So we kind of see that two things happened in your life as Sam. As a child, and many, many children, getting the ability to run to the store and get candy is very, very, very exciting, right? And that's where that first accident happened. But then later in his life, after he left university and he started his work in science, creating, developing, working with spores, working with diseases, infections, all the biological things he was doing in his studies, he wasn't protecting himself, and he knew that he wasn't. It's like he was so excited, as he was kind of when he was a little boy with the penny in his hand, to just go get the gumdrops. And you, as Sam, were so excited just to heal and to create vaccines and to create healing medications to counteract allergic reactions that were hurting people. You were so excited and passionate and driven by your passion to help heal people that you threw caution to the wind. Are you seeing in your own personal life, have you felt or noticed, can you identify with any aspect of that in this life?
And sometimes I will run and do things, just because I'm so excited,
And maybe not look at all aspects of how it could affect you, or
well, I never really took care of myself. I did mostly for other people, and I didn't take the precautions to take care of myself.
Like, even as a child, you look at Sam, his excitement, he had a penny. A penny's a lot of money. And
right.
That's a big bag of gumdrops. But his excitement wasn't even as much to get it himself. It was to go take it to his friends and share the joy, share the happiness, share the fun. Sam is very much like you, wanting to bring joy and happiness to others. But if you're not able to take care of yourself and stop for yourself, then all the joy and happiness you bring to others is limited. You're limited at what you can bring to other people. Now, I want to share with you, before we did your, I'll turn these around here. Before we did your regression, I pulled 3 angel cards before we began.
Okay.
I was channeling your higher self and your guides, and I asked them to give me to give us cards that would help us to connect your past life with your present, and how we can receive the download and apply it and allow it to flourish and bring you what I truly, from the very beginning of ever meeting you, I've always told you, I do feel that there's something about you, about your aura, about your energy, that is supposed to be known on a bigger level. I've told you that. Okay.
Right.
So the very first card that I got, which I feel is very beautiful in your regression, the first one says quiet retreat. Okay. And I think that you probably don't do that as often as you're supposed to
No.
give yourself the quiet retreat. So your guides are telling you, first and foremost, make time for yourself. Just pull, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes, that's nothing in a day. You can waste it doing nothing and just being busy and having a very loud inner dialogue and thinking you're going to do this. And it's a wasted time when you can just stop and create that bubble, that quiet retreat for yourself. The second one is deservingness. Deservingness is knowing and being aware that you do deserve that quiet retreat. You're entitled to it. You do deserve it. There's no guilt involved with deservingness, is there?
No, shouldn't be.
Mm-mm. If someone deserves something, they should receive it without guilt. So for you to make room for that, the last card, which I love, is Windfall of Abundance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the natural progression of events when you take the time for that quiet retreat, which also in Sam's life, slow down. Just slow down and relax, right? And the deservingness, look in Sam's life when he's in his 50s, his hard work. What did he receive? An honor, didn't he? And I drew these cards before I regressed you. I did them when I was just channeling you. Okay? So the deservingness came. And the end of his life, the windfall of abundance, he was very financially comfortable. Very, very comfortable. And you left a legacy for your children. Okay? So the cards that I drew, I think, are very beautiful. And to me, really speak to you right now that you can pull that in from that past life and you can download what you have already downloaded. And remember, this other existence of Sam is still running. It still has a heartbeat. We've healed the trauma. Okay. So the tragedy that happened to him now has been canceled out. We use light and love to heal it and completely terminate the pain on all levels and the injury from that life, right? And then instead, we gave him a new path to go. And even though on his deathbed, he said he felt he was being taken too soon, but how old was he? Do you remember how old he was?
71.
That's a pretty damn long life, especially in the 1800s. So you can see how alive his mind was with this passion of healing and discovering to nurture others. So even at the end of that life, he did feel that he was leaving sooner than he wanted to, but at the age of 71, he had lived a very, very, very fruitful, beautiful, fulfilling life. So I think we can forgive him, but we can also learn from that, right? To move forward and to bring in the opportunities that are solid, that will pan out and not be restricted, are going to begin with two things on a daily basis: quiet retreat and downloading deservingness. Because Sam was accepting the award. He didn't refuse it, did he?
Nope.
He was receiving it and he was accepting the award. So he knew he had the deservingness. So we're going to do that. And then this here, which is the windfall of abundance. Abundance can be found on multiple layers, which would be financial abundance, which is beautiful and allows you to bless others. And it also can be an abundance of love and energy and just higher levels that you can also bless others. Well, I feel that someone in your position who has the gift of giving beauty and love to others just by being yourself, make others feel lifted up, that shares abundance with others. And how great and amazing will it be to have a platform on a national platform or on a televised platform or a platform that's bigger so that you can share this healing that you naturally have, because you are a healer. We can see that from your past life. That's why you have this desire to bring healing on the emotional level, that nurturing, that salve of comfort. You want people to feel better. You want people to love themselves. You want people to be able to live their best life. That's been your passion for a very long time. When you went through your trials and you saw what you don't want your life to be, you're like, okay, I've done all the things to know what I don't want. I know what I do want. And now that I've found what I do want, I want everybody to have that. And that's been your goal, your passion, your mission. So moving forward, I am very, very excited to see this transformation that you've downloaded now, and just kind of calling on the wisdom of older Sam. Now call on 71-year-old Sam and say, hey, remind me how easy it is to pull away for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, just for a quiet retreat. He had to quiet his mind and do that, to do all the work he did, to still be a loving husband, father, and grandfather, and partner, So that's what you're going to be able to do. And with all of that, I don't think this last portion, the windfall of abundance, which I believe is your next platform at a higher level, automatically is going to bring a financial abundance. But I believe that if you take care of these two things and pull that in, and even if in this life you find it difficult for yourself to truly wholeheartedly embrace the deservingness, this one here, I see you and know you and think, well, you know what? You'll be able to pull in like 5 minutes. You're like, okay, I'll do 5 minutes. You can do that, right? Even if you've got to go to the bathroom and lock the door and turn on the shower for 5 minutes just to have some time to yourself, right? This part will come naturally when you're doing the quiet retreat. The deservingness is going to come. And if you have difficulty with it, tap in with 50-year-old Sam, who was receiving the award. He was receiving the award. He didn't deny the award. Did you know some people deny awards? They've been given awards. They don't show up to the award shows. You see that on TV all the time. Yeah, and they're like, I don't need it. I don't want it. You didn't do that. Sam received it. He understood his deservingness. And so allow him to help you and just say, I'm going to download deservingness, and allow that to download. And then this last, it's just going to happen without any effort at all. You don't need to do anything for it. And I'm very, very excited, because I think now is your time. I really do.
Yeah, it's always been difficult for me to accept, or anything,
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever feel like I deserve anything.
Mm-hmm. That's why these cards are very important for you. Also, this journey back to Sam's life was very, very important for you, to see that he was just a regular guy. He had humble beginnings. He didn't even have a memory of his first father. He had no memory of him. All he knew was his mother worked really, really hard, doing laundry, very, very difficult, hard labor, hard work, living in a home that was pretty sparse. It was a big room. It was just a room. And the furniture in there was hard wooden furniture. Nothing was comfortable. There was no, it was bare, hard floors, and just a hard, cold kitchen, that she just kept you guys alive. And then blessings came your way, right? And you were so blessed to have your stepdad come into your mom's life and brought her so much love and comfort, What do you think? Are there any, now that you're actually, fully awake,
Mm-hmm.
are there any players in that life as a child, the doctor, the storekeeper, the mother, as in university, your friends, your professors, your stepdad, as your 50-year-old self receiving the awards and having your children older, as your 71-year-old self having your children, grow up, having Millicent and Thomas there. Thomas had a pretty strong personality, You kind of giggled a little bit. You're like, you know, are there any of those people that you have in your life right now?
Ooh.
You recognize?
You know, that's the thing. It's hard to say.
Oftentimes it will be kind of like, well, it just makes me think of this person. I think that person could be this person here, you know. And I've done my own past lives where I've only had one person show up that I knew, and I didn't have anybody else. And sometimes you won't have anybody, you know, because we go through, after you do, you know, handfuls of lives with a certain soul group, you'll switch and get different soul groups and travel through those lives with them.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really recognize anybody.
So did you see Michelle in any person at all?
No.
Okay. All right. It's good sometimes. We'll do more past lives with you and see what comes up for you. And in some lives you may pull up on somebody and know who they are. I've had, in a couple of mine, I've had sweethearts 2 times. This one sweetheart shows up in different forms. And it was a very deep, resonating love, but I've never met him ever. But he's very close to me. Like when I do the regression and then I go into life before life, I'll go into areas where like a lot of people are. I'll leave the meadow, I'll follow the river, and I'll go to where like the marble buildings are. And then I see crowds and lots of people. It's very pleasant and beautiful there. And this man will be there. He'll always be the one who meets me and is there for me. Him and my dad are always there. But I've never met that guy in this life ever. But so you don't have to know who they are. It's always curious to see if there is somebody that you recognize.
I don't know. I've always kind of, even though I'm around people, I always feel alone, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel out of place.
Mm-hmm. I think that you very well could be starting a new cycle in this life with a new soul crew, you know, a new soul family in this journey. That's probably why. A lot of times that's when you have that feeling. This particular experience might be due to that. How did you like your past life regression?
It was different. I've never done that before. And the images that just came to me,
yeah,
I was like, okay, am I just making this up in my head or what? But I was getting emotional.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I just started crying.
Yes. Well, you know, I think the emotion connected to it, it takes you beyond imagery. You know, it's beyond, because you have that emotional connection with that life. And then what about when we pulled Sam through the light tunnel and brought him in the room with you there? How did that feel, that experience where we did the healing for him?
It's kind of weird, but it's almost like I had one of my kids or my grandkids laying here with me.
Yeah, you feel a presence there then.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Mm-hmm. Most people, I have yet to have someone who say they can't actually feel either the weight of someone or almost sometimes they can feel the physical weight there of them, you know, there. And with that, it's a beautiful thing to be able to heal and heal the trauma that occurred when the cart hit him, but then also healing and closing that up and giving him a new higher vibration splinter to go off on and continue his life from that point. So then we heal it from that forward, which to me always helps in your present life. You've had the back surgery already, you know, you've had pain and dealing with pain in your back and limitations with the body for years. But now you've moved forward and had a surgery, which is a big deal. But being able to have had the surgery and now going back to Sam's life, because we asked your higher self to take you to where it first occurred. where this particular trauma first occurred.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that you haven't had other lives where something was going on with your back. You very possibly have. But we asked us to take it to the very first time that it happened, which took us straight to Sam's life.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, when you were in the trance, you said Mendrixel was the last name, Sam Mendrixel. And you said it seems weird because, see, we aren't in Europe. We don't have a European daily life experience, and things and names like that aren't names that we are used to hearing probably. And who knows, the name may have died away through generations, right? But
Right.
to me, that sounds like, it's very solid because you were even hesitating to say it. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very thankful that you decided to be my guest today and let me regress you on this journey of healing. I'm so happy that you let me do that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the end of this month. I'm so excited. So tell me where we're going to be going now.
We're going to Bonham, Texas.
How do we spell that?
You know how to spell Bonham, like Jason Bonham or John Bonham?
No, B-A-U-N.
Bonham.
Oh, like Helena Bonham Carter. Got it.
Yeah, there you go. I
She's
think
one of
the
my
place
faves.
is called the Risser.
The Risser,
I think that's what it's called.
Bonham, Texas. And cool. Do I need to, it's all going to be the same weekend, right?
Yes, it's all the same weekend.
Oh, I'm so excited. Bonham, Texas. And we're going to a place called the Risser.
I believe that's what it's called.
Well, I'm really excited. I can't wait to
and I
meet
just
you.
last night, so I thought we were still.
I'm okay with changes. I don't mind. I like living on the fly. It's fine with me. I like universe. I used to resist it, but now I'm like, whatever happens, the universe knows better, you know? So I'm looking forward to meeting the crew, being part of your crew and meeting the crew there. And we'll just travel around, and, you know, wherever I go, Spirit's with me all the time, constantly talking to me and telling me whatever. So I'm excited to walk through on my very, very first paranormal investigation, and I'll be right by your side telling you, whoever comes forward, saying where they are so you can point your gear at them. You know,
Well, you know, and I already told Mustafa, I said, you've got to meet Rhonda. You're going to love her. So,
I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be like a reunion of people I've never even met before. I think that's how it's going to feel.
it'll be a very family like atmosphere when you get around folks. Especially like Mustafa, he treats you like you're part of the family.
I'm very excited. I'm really excited. I'm already a huge fan anyway. So for me to be able to be part of the quiet crew back here in the background, that's fine with me. Just to be there, and hopefully I can be helpful and help you guys to have your equipment pick up on vibrations and echoes and energy and spirit that can all be there, moving at different levels and different frequencies, and hopefully you'll be able to pick up on things, because I know wherever I go, I mean, every day spirit comes and I always communicating. So we'll see what's there. I'm really excited.
Oh yeah. And I'm excited because I actually get to meet Daryl in person instead of just talking to him on the phone or through messages, you know. He's like another brother, I guess you'd say.
I just can't wait. I'm so excited. Well, thank you very, very much. And I'm going to be editing this week, and I will be posting and launching episode 1 of season 2 of Help Me Rhonda podcast with Rhonda Hale. And I feel like we might have a couple categories, but I really kind of want to primarily make past life regression sessions the main highlight of season 2, because it just really truly offers, I feel, the most progressive, holistic path to healing, physical, emotional, spiritual, on all levels. And then once you pass all the healing, then, oh my gosh, the world's your oyster at this point. You know, hey, I want to start a new business. Hey, I want to attract a beautiful relationship. I want my relationship to be beautiful. I want I want to do this. I want to do that. Oh, we have all these things that we want to experience in this human experience. Past life regression is going to take you. The reason you want these things is because you've had them and experienced them before. So it's going to allow you to visit a life where you did have abundance and wealth. It'll take you to a life where you did have a, amazing accomplishment in a career, a direction you want to go that maybe you've never experienced. The reason you have the thirst for it is because there is a water to quench it. And we will tap into those lives to bring people experiences that give them the confidence to know, hey, I can do this. Hey, I am worthy of this. Yes, I can have health. I can live my life without anxiety. I can live my life without addiction. I can feel this. I can take away the triggers, disable the buttons, so that I can move forward with more strength of my higher self. And that's what I really want to help people with in this season 2. And the world's my oyster. I'm so excited. Who knows where it's going to lead to? I'm open for the universe to lead it anywhere, but hopefully healing and love is my main goal. So we'll get
you're going to get famous too. You know that.
Fame doesn't frighten me. It used to scare me to death, but now it doesn't feel odd to me at all. Now it feels like, do you know what it feels like, Kyle? It feels like we're fame or celebrity to enter into my current reality and allow this aspect of healing to have me reach more people. It would feel to me like I already feel like I have a Maserati. I feel like I've got a Maserati in my garage. I just don't have the fuel to put into it. And I feel that celebrity or fame is the fuel to put into this beautiful vehicle so that I can actually get to the people who need the healing. Because yes, I have a website. And I'll say it's now to reach me. It's energylifestylenetwork.com. And it is a holistic platform. I am the president. I own it. And I host holistic healers from all over the world, where you can find a tarot card reader. You can find Reiki healer. You can find a pet psychic. You can find all these people who are lovely, beautiful energies who the universe has brought on my path. And I want to give people all over the world an opportunity to find healing with these wonderful people. And I also, have a drop down where you just click in my name, and then all of my services for healing are on there. And yeah, I book sessions with people all over the world for past life regressions, for age regression, for energy coaching, for all of that. But I believe with all of my heart, Coyote, that through this podcast, it's going to allow people to listen along while I regress different clients, you and other people who volunteer to be vulnerable in this exercise, to allow other people who maybe can't afford to hire me to do all of this work. Because I don't just do a past life regression. I do healing and downloads and redirection and splinter off a new life. That's a whole lot of work. That's not just a regression, So with all of that, some people aren't going to be able to afford to have a session with me, but through listening to the podcast, they're going to be able to learn these steps and possibly learn to regress themselves and do some self-hypnosis and do healing and elevation, and then attract in the finances. have their higher self attract in a more abundant life so they can afford to have a session with me. They can afford to do whatever they want to do. But I hope that through this, if I were blessed enough to have that to happen, to have a greater, larger audience, it would be to facilitate and make healing from me more accessible to the masses. That would really be my highest desire.
Well, one of the things, and I hope people will understand, fame is awesome, but the reason why people like you and I are looking for quote unquote fame, it's not so much to feed our ego as it is to get the message out to more people.
Exactly.
Let's face it, unless you're famous, sometimes people don't want to listen to you,
True.
And if you do have that status,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to push positivity and motivation and all that.
Beautiful, but more people need to know about you. And and it's like you really are like 5-10 minutes of chicken soup, really, for the soul. You really do. You bring that healing, that elevated, hey, it's okay. It gives us permission to be human, accept it, roll on, and upgrade, really, is how I feel after I listen to one of your episodes.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and I think that people need to feel that is accessible to them. And how are they going to know that you exist if you're not on a platform that puts you out there in front of people?
It's true.
So hopefully through the both of us, something will happen where we can elevate each other and bring a wider audience to people who really can receive and heal and elevate and bring in their best life, really, their best human life possible. That's what I want to do.
To access everything we do, go to the Vibes Broadcast Network. We're on YouTube, just about every podcast platform you can think of. And I have an Odyssey and a Rumble now. So.
Oh, wow. What we'll do is everybody's going to be able to find all the information on how to reach Koyote and to listen to his amazing content. All of the information is going to be below in the description of this podcast. And make sure you give him a follow, like, save, favorite, all that good stuff. And same here. And you can always head back to Help Me Rhonda podcast with Rhonda Hale. And then on Instagram, I am Help Me Rhonda Official. And lots of healing and love. I've been trying to do every Thursday. It doesn't always work out every Thursday, but at least 2 to 4 times a month, I do a session where I call it the Q&A, live Q&A. And I channel my teachers. I channel an entity, a collective entity, who are my guides, who are called Adam. I channel them for wisdom, and then I take live questions on anything metaphysical, all metaphysical topics, and I channel the answers for that. And those are all saved in my IGTVs, all archived right there. And I think now I'm nearly at very, very close to 30, I would say, recordings already. They're really, really great. And Coyote's been a guest on mine. I would have to say the live Q&A that I had Coyote on as my guest is without question my favorite that I've had.
Oh,
hands down. Hands down. Magic happened on that episode.
It's like we're brother and sister.
I agree 100%. And I feel that same way about Michelle too. Exactly.
You think that your brother? Oh, that's sweet.
Listen, I've got some clients waiting for me, so I need to say goodbye. And until next time, everybody, I'm sending light and love, and I can't wait to see you. Bye, everybody.